Nobody says this out loud. Almost every conversation about intelligence assumes that more is always better, sharper mind, better life, more success, more clarity. And in many ways, that's true. But there's another side, a quieter, heavier side that rarely gets discussed. The people living it often struggle to put it into words, and when they do, others find it hard to believe. When someone is struggling, we usually point to trauma, bad luck, or circumstances. What we rarely consider is that the very trait society celebrates exceptional intelligence might be at the heart of their difficulties, not despite how their mind works, but precisely because of it. Once you truly see this pattern, it's hard to unsee. Having an extremely high IQ brings a unique set of psychological burdens. These aren't weaknesses or personal failures. They are natural consequences of how a highly intelligent mind is wired, and how it interacts with a world that wasn't built with it in mind. Understanding them won't magically fix everything, but it can change how you see yourself and how you move forward. The first burden is one that hides in plain sight. Most people go through their days on a kind of mental autopilot. They make decisions, form opinions, follow routines without over-examining everything. That works for them. A highly intelligent mind doesn't get that option. It analyzes constantly the motivations behind what people say, the inconsistencies in plans, the gap between words and actual intent. Psychologists call this metacognition, thinking about your own thinking. Research shows that higher cognitive ability is strongly linked to greater engagement in these metacognitive processes. On the surface, that sounds like a superpower. In reality, it means your brain is running a constant second conversation underneath everything else. Every choice feels weighted. Every mistake gets dissected from multiple angles. The clarity is real, but so is the exhaustion of never being able to simply let things go. The mind that sees everything cannot easily unsee anything. Highly intelligent people often deal with a particularly intense form of perfectionism, not about wanting things to look good on the surface, but about seeing, with painful precision, exactly how far short of ideal the result actually is. Most people finish a project and feel satisfied. Someone with high intelligence finishes it and immediately notices every flaw, every missed opportunity, every way it could have been done better. Studies on gifted individuals consistently show elevated levels of self-critical perfectionism strongly linked to chronic anxiety and, paradoxically, to underachievement and procrastination. Because the same intelligence that reveals the gap also convinces you that the gap truly matters. Projects get delayed. Opportunities get passed over. Starting new things feels pointless when you already know the result won't match the vision in your head. This isn't laziness. It's a mind that sees its own potential so clearly that anything less feels unacceptable. When a child is identified as gifted early on, the world around them quietly shifts. Teachers expect more. Parents set higher standards. Peers either admire or resent them. And the child absorbs all of it, the praise, the pressure, the unspoken promise. Be brilliant, don't disappoint. Research by psychologist Carol Dweck on gifted children shows that early praise tied to intelligence rather than effort often creates a fragile self-image. The child learns to perform brilliance rather than develop it, and that pattern follows them into adulthood. Many continue choosing paths that look impressive over ones that feel meaningful. They stay in situations that no longer serve them because leaving would feel like failing the potential others saw in them. Identity fuses tightly with performance. And when performance dips as it does for everyone, the emotional fall feels like a personal collapse. Research has found a clear link between higher intelligence and elevated anxiety. A well-known 2012 study found that the same cognitive abilities enabling rapid pattern recognition and complex scenario building also make the brain extraordinarily efficient at imagining threats and negative outcomes. It's not that highly intelligent people are inherently pessimistic. Their minds simply run through possibilities faster and further than average. In genuine crises, this makes them outstanding problem solvers. But in everyday life, it makes worry less of a mood and more of an automatic cognitive habit. Telling someone with this kind of mind to just stop worrying is like telling a person with perfect pitch to stop noticing when something is off key. The sensitivity isn't a choice. It's the architecture. Chronic boredom is rarely taken seriously. The assumption is you're not trying hard enough to find stimulation. For highly intelligent individuals, the reality is different. The level of challenge and depth that satisfies most people simply falls short. Repetitive tasks drain energy quickly. Shallow conversations feel hollow. Standard environments built for average engagement can feel like slow mental starvation. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's landmark research on flow states demonstrated that highly capable people require significantly greater challenge to reach deep engagement. When that challenge is consistently absent in careers, relationships, or daily routines, the result is a restless dissatisfaction that looks like being difficult from the outside, but feels like suffocation from the inside. And because others don't experience it the same way, most people eventually stop talking about it altogether. A mind built for depth, operating in a world that rewards speed and surface, that mismatch has a cost that rarely shows up on anyone's radar. The darkest part of high intelligence isn't loud or dramatic, it shows up quietly. It's dismissing your own achievements before anyone else can, so the disappointment doesn't catch you off guard. It's overanalyzing a decision until you're too exhausted to make it. It's holding relationships to standards no one agreed to, and then wondering why nothing ever feels quite right. It's the persistent low-grade feeling that despite everything you're capable of, you're still somehow not doing enough. Without self-awareness, the mind turns its greatest tool against itself. The pattern recognition that should help you navigate life starts confirming every fear. The analysis that should produce solutions starts building stronger arguments against you. That's the real danger, not a lack of intelligence, but intelligence without direction. None of this means something is fundamentally wrong with you. These experiences are predictable outcomes, what happens when an exceptionally wired mind meets systems and environments that weren't designed around it. Naming these burdens matters, not as excuses, but as explanations you can actually work with. The person who freezes before starting isn't weak, their standards are running far ahead of their confidence. The person who can't stop worrying isn't broken, their mind is doing exactly what it evolved to do, just in the wrong context. That understanding gives you something real: self-compassion, better strategies, and the ability to stop mistaking your mind's natural tendencies for personal failure. Many people with these traits learn to channel them productively through deliberate structure, environments that offer genuine challenge, meaningful work, and sometimes professional support. It's not about fixing yourself, it's about understanding the instrument well enough to play it well. Your mind isn't the enemy, it's working harder than most people will ever fully understand. If this video put language to something you felt for years, the next one goes deeper into why highly intelligent people so often feel profoundly alone, and the specific psychological patterns behind it. Link is in the description. Subscribe if you want more honest, research-grounded conversations like this one. And remember, go easy on that mind of yours. It's capable of more than you're giving it credit for right now.